Look at that.
It's
Alright.
9:40.
We are 12 minutes late.
I am going to murder every single fucking one.
I'm just saying.
Am I able to
I'm
do
just
it now?
Mott's DMs. I found it. The name of it.
How does the table
Fantastic.
look like?
Alright. So, to catch us all up to speed, as it has been quite a while. Oh, there are squiggles. Our little band of adventurers had found their way into these ruins that they were tasked to explore and find whatever secrets reside within. Upon doing so, they found a trial that they decided to take upon themselves to complete it in whatever order they see it fit.
Why does he sound
With
different?
each brazier,
Can anyone hear him?
with each brazier that they went through, there were different challenges that met them. As they have now gone through the brazier of yellow and the brazier of red. One of which left perhaps not physical wounds or scars, and quite a few of them a bit more mentally distraught. And some have made connections with things that they perhaps shouldn't have, or perhaps this was what was meant to happen. One way or another, visions were had, interactions were made, and decisions were also made. And now they all stand within the Red Brazier Hall, one of which has been slowly crumbling into pieces. But with the trial done, they all now find the room laid to rest as they all stand around the now just coming to consciousness body of Lila Sayin, who has been laid somewhat unconscious and writhing in pain onto the ground as that familiar symbol in her shoulder burns hotter and hotter.
And I say this, right?
Sorry? Say that again. Two.
I think at the end of the last session you said something about seeing a thing on her burning.
Yes. You all see it.
Okay, so it is bright enough.
Yes. The stage is yours. You may do as you wish.
Which one of you heal?
I think he's gonna drop to his knees and cover his face. Best sob.
Thank you for the hydrate.
Yeah, I'm conscious now.
You have just come into consciousness, and you see Darian currently standing over you as he seems to be in a little bit of pain, and with his shield currently over you, and just now pulling it back.
How cold's the floor?
In this room,
Yeah.
you can't really, you can't really feel it. You can't feel the temperature of anything at this moment. You being a tiefling, you have a certain affinity to flames and just heat in general, but the burn on your left shoulder, hotter than you've ever experienced before.
Yeah.
Your temperature is rising and you can't feel anything else other than just your own sweat.
Okay. I'm gonna keep laying on the floor. Like, just kind of roll onto my back and just stare at the ceiling.
You all can see that she has now come to consciousness.
I look for a pebble and I slowly toss it at Darian.
Easy enough. The room is in crumbles, and just take a little piece of pebble once again. Falls
Say
to the
something,
ground.
you big idiot.
What's the DM? What's the thing about party kills again?
Oh no! Oh no! Wait.
Ah,
I have no further information on that subject.
Interesting.
How do I?
anyway, so Lila here was just writhing in pain. So anybody, Lila, how are you feeling? Is there anything I can do to help?
I'm just gonna look at you. Like, not like turn to face you, just flick my eyes in the general direction of where you are. So where are you relative to me right now? Oh, actually, like
I
straight
should
at my
be-
feet. Perfect.
Give me a
I should
perception check,
technically
Zed.
be next to Darian, but I couldn't get it to.
Yeah, Zed, give me a perception check.
All right, perceptions. See if I can get the die to work. Okay, it's trying. It's gonna be bad, whatever it is. I can tell you that. That's a 7.
It wasn't a very high DC, but that's. Oh,
Yeah,
fuck it.
that was a 5 on the die. Not much I can do about a 5.
All that you notice currently, you got a little bit distracted by hearing the sound of Patui silently sobbing next to you, trying his hardest to not let anyone hear him.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna respond. I think I'm just gonna look at you. Just kind of empty-eyed.
I just kind of that good, eh?
You do also know, Lila, that your memories alongside with Patui's have been restored.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Making sure.
So I'm not known as the sentimental one, but I'm trying.
Um, I'm gonna do a light dust off my clothing from all the rebel and all that stuff, the rubble that fall, all the dust that got kicked up in the air. Well, I guess we should either rest here or continue to move, but we gotta do something. We can't stay here forever.
I maybe visibly flinch as something just occurs to me. I'll hold out the hand that is not burning, which is usually my puppet hand, just up into the air for someone to grab.
I will reach down.
I'll take your hand. Use you to help me to my feet.
I'm a wizard. Should I roll for this?
Yeah, what if he has butterfingers?
She is
Uh,
very, very light. You can lift her up easy. No problems.
Roll for grip. What if you
Roll
Alright,
for wizard
alright.
strength.
Okay. Breaking the player attention
Mhm.
and moving along. Trying to.
You're now up on your feet. You feel your legs slightly wobbly underneath you, but you can walk and starting to get used to the heat, but still, this time it is continuous.
I offer my elbow so she can steady herself if she needs to be.
I'm good for a sec. I might still have the pinpricks of tears at my eyes, and I'll offer the fakest smile. I'll say, "Excuse me 1 second." Turn around. Take off. Honestly, I think we're gonna take my puppet bag. I'm going to bring it to my mouth and just fucking scream into it.
Fair.
I'll glance over my shoulder. 1 more second.
Mm.
Just turn back around, scream into the bag some more.
This time, the scream sounds a little bit more like a roar for everyone that is hearing.
Hmm.
And then it slowly fades back into the usual scream.
When I turn back around, I'll have I think I'll have Folio on my hand. I'll say, "All right, she's good now."
I mean, anybody got a handkerchief? She may want to.
I will pull it off my bag off my shoulder and then go rummage through my bag, see if I have a handkerchief.
I just
I
say,
do not.
forget it, and hold out my sleeve and say, if you will.
And then I'll look with disgust and go, "That's disgusting."
It's better than her walk.
I don't want to hear it. I
I'm
don't
just
wanna
sure
hear
she doesn't want to run
don't-
around
I don't
teary-eyed.
it.
Shake my head.
That's disgusting.
All right.
Say. So, I trust that was absolutely dreadful for everyone involved.
Yeah.
The part where you blew your nose.
What? She didn't blow her nose. What?
Oh, I thought. Oh, you wiped her tears. The part where you wiped.
That was
She
the idea.
declined.
Yes.
I thought she blew her nose inside. Well, because you asked for a handkerchief. I don't know who wipes tears away with a handkerchief. Usually, a handkerchief. I think. Blow your nose.
Right.
Either way,
Anyway. Yeah.
Go on.
so we got an affirmative from Darian on that one.
None of us had a pleasant time, so do you guys want to talk about it and maybe rest a little, or would you guys like to continue and talk about it as we?
I think we might want to head back to that shrine room. We got a boost the last time we went there after we did the yellow trial.
There we
So you
go.
think we're gonna get
Someone
another boost?
Someone's using their brain.
That's about all I'm good at.
Yes.
Can I use the dark sense, please?
The
Is there-
dark sense.
Dark sense.
Yeah.
You mean
not the
your
dark
divine sense.
The divine sense. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't have my
You know
thing
what?
open.
The dark sense
Just
sounds
because you're
cooler.
talking. It's because she's talking different, so I'm just gonna use it.
I've used this puppet before.
You're using the puppet? I thought you said you were just talking like that
No,
without
I've got
using
the I've got the jester puppet fully.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that part. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, then never mind. I'm not using that. Never mind.
Right.
Well, the blue
I
dark
just-
sense sounds
you know-
cooler.
Thank you. I just thought, I thought she wasn't using the puppet, so I assumed she was just talking in this way, and I was just like,
No.
that doesn't sound correct. So I'm just gonna use that just in case. But no, I know. So
Just sounds fine. As she usually
Okay.
does.
okay then. Then back to the next room we go.
Did we collect the fire from here? Or like last time, didn't the orb thing glow whenever we completed the trial?
We don't have the orb. Where's the orb?
The orb is broken.
Everybody has their own shard.
We
I
have
guess I'll
shard.
Shard up to the fire. Or the fire.
Does someone specifically have to hold the shard up to the fire? Who was red? I believe I was.
That is a great question. You were orange.
I was orange.
Darian was red.
Okay, so Darian's red. So Darian should do it. Wait, no. First, Darian, high five me, because you have the first one. So
Well,
give
we
me the-
haven't gotten to the treasure room where we get the blessing yet. I'm just saying.
Okay, but if he's gonna be carrying that, he should definitely hand over the first one to somebody else.
Well, we should find out what the second one is first. Anyway,
Well,
yeah,
I
but
don't mean-
either way, I don't want to.
First,
look at a
let's
recipe for
get the-
disaster.
let's get whatever color we need off the brazier here, and worry about that part later.
Okay, I will silently walk over towards Darian.
I'm gonna nudge
So
it with
when
my
we-
elbow to transfer it.
Okay, we lock
Like
arms.
no, I'm nudging you in the elbow, like in the.
Oh,
chest
you're
with
just
my
gonna
elbow.
nudge my elbow? Okay, yeah. Okay, and then
So we
I
pass
gladly
now?
accept. Okay.
Alright. It is accepted. It has been given.
Just like that, it was accepted.
A version of consent, so it works.
Shuffle
Okay.
on past everyone. Maybe stumble, catch myself on this little pillar.
I will
When
follow.
I
Do
want to see
you
if
need
the
help
words
there?
changed
Lila?
on the brazier. Completely ignored.
Woof.
Wait, am I ignored?
Yeah, completely ignored.
Yeah, I'm used to that.
I want to see if the words changed on the brazier.
Yes, that's a good idea.
I
Alright.
will walk over as well and also examine.
We'll do the usual tag team of the comprehend languages.
Of course.
I'm talking to Lila.
Comprehend
Is it
languages.
still up, by the way?
It's not concentration, so unless that took longer than
I don't know
Longer
if
than
how
how
long
an
that
hour.
An hour?
Yeah.
It did not.
Okay, so we should be able to still focus on this object and okay.
Okay.
Wonder Twin powers activate. We understand languages now.
What was the one that you got last time?
Say again?
What was the one that you got last time?
The one
Yeah.
that we got last time.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
Let me
Let's see
take a
here.
look.
And that's the Indigo Brazier text.
Indigo.
Let's see. Did I just?
15.
I believe it was Stars Left Shattered. Stars we identified meant home, and shattered meant hopeless.
Alright. Okay, so the word light, shining bright red, now turns into the word love. And
I'll-
the word imbalance at the end turns into chaos, also shining bright red.
Could have sworn we typed this out in SotVD yeah, as well.
I will look towards Darian and be like, "Well, this is your shrine."
Damn.
I'll walk up and look at it.
Give me a
Someone move me towards Patui.
You're on top of it now.
It's not on top of Patui, next to it. Thank you.
You said toward. You didn't specify next to, did you? On top of seemed like the best place.
Hey, above is very close.
Give me a charisma check, Darian, as you look at it.
Oof.
Get him.
Why would you pick charisma? Oh, let me.
His
got a name so
charisma.
Charisma.
If I am I able to directly help him with that at all?
No, this is a test
Yeah,
of his
that's-
own particular personality, his strength of
I
personality.
got a burp.
You got
8.
it.
How much?
8.
Oh, I thought you said 18. I was like, oh, Jesus. Okay.
You can do it.
Looking at it, you can't really understand much of it. You are, ever since you've done the first trial, you do notice that a lot of these inscriptions, just at a glance, you just think that perhaps you just thought you saw something within the gibberish, and then you try to look at it and it doesn't look like anything to you. But you're starting to get the sense that the more you go through this, the more understanding you have of it. You're not entirely aware as to how it works, but sometimes you feel like you can understand it. You just,
Do we see?
it just seems jumbled and doesn't seem to make much sense.
Do I see the confusion in his face?
And you have just currently gone up to Petui. Were you going to do anything there?
Well, no, I was trying to be over there earlier, but no one moved my character. But yeah, I mean, obviously, as he's trying to look at the stuff, do I see the confusion in his face, or is he just?
I'd say it's a. If you weren't going to do anything with Petui, then it's relatively obvious. If you were specifically looking at him, yes.
No, I just wanted to stand next to Batui.
You can see that he is figuring something out in his brain.
Hmm.
That's about it.
I will look for a pebble on the floor.
You can definitely find one.
Okay, and I will toss it at Darian and say, "What do you read?"
Darian, give me a dexterity saving throw. He has done this enough times, you can do it with advantage.
Not the pebble.
He's just gonna catch it like mid throw, just
Oh.
all like, you know, like.
You have done this way too many times now.
What's all right?
I mean, it's kind of fair if you did like if you throw a lighter at somebody enough times,
that's the
eventually they're
That's a
gonna.
mistake.
What do you roll? A 9?
You rolled 2 6s.
That's- you don't have any bonuses to your saving throw? Or is it...
Oh, saving throw.
Use it
Hold on.
as-
Yeah, saving throw.
6 plus 3.
Dexterity
Nine.
saving throw.
Oh, it's still 9. Shit. Oh.
Yeah, 9.
Ow.
Damn.
Damn.
You're
tried.
currently very, very
It's looking,
enveloped in this idea in trying to figure out how this language seems to work and not really grasping the meaning of it. And all of a sudden you feel the little another pebble and you hear Val from the other side of the brazier talking to
I'm
you.
going to completely ignore him.
Let's
Fantastic.
go.
Let's
We
go.
don't communicate.
It first started with him waking up too. Like as soon as we both woke up, I threw a pebble at him, and then like as more time gone on, I just kept throwing more pebbles.
That is about as much as you gather from this one in particular. Something seems to be eluding you, but you're unsure what it is. But yeah, now you, both Zed and Lala have this extra piece of information as to what has the brazier changed into.
So how? I'm gonna say this to the group. How do we take this fire now to the other room? So that
Are we
way we
supposed
can get whatever's next.
To use the crystal, we talked about that. Like,
No, yeah, but
somebody touches crystal to the dang fire.
This-
Give me the crystal, I'll do it.
I don't have it. Darian has his crystal. You have to grab it. Isn't it with his? Because he's red.
That's not.
So we're not. So it can go on to
The
anyone's
yellow
crystal?
brazier was just on when we got into the room with all the
Yeah.
braziers, right?
Right.
Yeah,
So presumably we don't need to bring this fire with us. Because now the red fire will be on because we finished the trial.
Got it. Okay.
see, that's
so
what
then,
I thought.
So then,
Okay.
do we go back into the other room do we still stick with the same plan and go back to the other room and see if we get another thing, or should he just get this next, like, you know,
Yes, we go to the other room.
he won't get it from here?
No,
Why not?
because we
That's
have
not
to
how it works.
presumably get it from the other one, like we did the first time.
I thought the first one was mine because it was orange
Well,
and it was already lit.
first
The
of all,
first
it
one
was yellow.
Oh, it was yellow. Okay,
Second
then
of
that's-
all, we got it from the room not with the brazier in it, but with all the braziers in it.
right.
go to the
and we
room.
had a sticker. Okay, yeah, then let's go back.
Okay, there we go. It's okay.
Okay, now we're all on the same. That's what I thought
It's,
we were
it's been
doing.
a couple weeks, okay? All right.
It's been a
Let's go
while.
back.
Exactly.
It's been a half.
All right.
Can we do the cool transition?
While pebbles
Yes.
are being thrown, real quick, I'm gonna like back against the pillar, just slide on over to Patui. I'm gonna put the jester puppet right up next to his ear. I'm gonna say, "We don't
What?
talk about what we saw in there, okay?"
Do I notice this?
I'm not trying to be sneaky.
Yeah, you definitely notice
Okay.
it.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead. You can-
I'll look up, with sniffles, tears dried on my face, and it's quite understood.
I'm just gonna turn away from this and start walking in the direction of the other room.
In an odd moment, I'm gonna control puppet hand at you on the shoulder with a finger. It's like, good.
Now, do I hear the voice coming from you or the puppet?
You hear it coming from her.
She just said both.
Unless she's using something else.
Okay, so it comes from where I got it.
I would like to start picking up pebbles along the way and put it in my pocket as we go into the next.
I actually
What a
assumed that was
freak.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
I just thought, just pick up a bunch of pebbles and put it in your pocket, bro.
Because I never know if the next room's gonna have pebbles or not, so I'm just gonna put a bunch of them in like a little sack.
There's a
and just
bunch
like-
everywhere. Your pocket is filled with pebbles.
Thank you. And
Now,
then,
with automatic spray, you can make those rainbow stones, right?
even if that made sense, which it didn't, I'm gonna ignore what you said. Continue to walk away.
What an asshole.
So we're heading to the multi-brazier room,
Yes.
All right.
and away we go. Okay.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
Is that what we're calling it? The multi-brazier room? I like that.
That's the best I got. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to assume everything we receive is reward, so I don't want to call it a reward room.
Oh,
Just call it the full room.
Good.
yeah.
Good.
I like to think that maybe some of these aren't so much blessings.
Okay, now I remember this.
But
room.
I could be wrong. I might be pessimistic.
All right. So, you all make your way back. It is a little bit of a long journey, as you remember. That to get to the Red Bridge room, there was quite a bit of a walk between here and there. So
And then we get here.
Just
it's
about-
not lit. I'm mad.
just about half an hour goes by. I just didn't update the room, but just
Oh,
the red one. As you get to the threshold, you do see 2 points of light now, as the red one is also.
the red one is lit.
Yes.
I was just waiting for the vial was right. We got to go back.
I will like to run over and catch up with Darian, who's in the front, and then I'm gonna point at it and say, "Go touch it."
You don't touch it. I'll touch it.
Well, I have the other one, so I'm gonna tell him to go touch it.
What's
There.
going on?
I don't know. Darian turned around. What was it?
Coolio, you're muted.
Shit, that would have helped. Hey, I said, how tall is Vile?
Oh,
Uh,
oh no.
He's just. You're quite a tall fella, so but he is
We're about the
a full elf,
we're
so
about the same
you're
height, no?
just
5
about
foot
the same
11
height.
manlet versus 6 foot Chad.
I'm gonna look directly over top of him to Zad. and ask if I should touch the brazier.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good reckless, eh?
That one's cutting, isn't it?
I'm gonna
Well-
look at you, and then I'm gonna look away, and then.
I've already
just
turned away and
completely-
walked away.
No, I was talking to Lila.
I was
Oh.
gonna flick the jester puppet on the head.
Patui, I'd say you're right, but that was the whole plan of coming here, was for Kulu to touch it. Or for Darian to touch it.
I'm gonna holler over at Darian, practice the breach.
I'm just gonna walk up behind him.
I'm not. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. Everyone
Silently
else can walk
stand there.
over.
Different when it's a plan.
As Patuni makes his little step. You know, protecting 3 people is a lot easier than protecting 5.
Oh.
And I'm going to put my hand on the brazier.
I'm gonna
And hope-
ignore that side comment. Just
And hope
continue
we've
to step.
determined that this is okay.
Find out.
Okay.
Touch the button.
As you approach it, all of you feel, on wherever it is that you stored away your piece of the prism, you feel a slight vibration. As you see just a little tint of red escaping, from, once again, whatever it is that you put it in your backpack or your pockets. Well, what do you do then?
Say that again?
I'll pull out
What do
my
you do
piece.
then?
Yeah, me too.
With your powers combined.
I'm going to need you to refer to it as a shard when you say, I'm going to pull out my piece. Thank you.
I'm gonna whip it
You
out
know
as
my
well.
piece, my gun.
Flask and a Glock, run!
When in doubt, whip it out.
I'm gonna point the tip of my staff at it.
Alright,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's right.
I did specify earlier that I put that piece on the end of my staff.
Yep. With that, all of those pieces now out in the open, you, Darian, looking into the flames, currently you see the constant, just flickering of it. You hear the crackling of wood, but there is none to be seen. And within the flames, you see almost as if there is a wave that hits it and make it flicker. Once. Twice. That wave starts to flow in your direction. And you feel your reflexes quicken. You feel yourself lighter in your foot. And you see the blessing now in front of you. This constantly pulsating wave that just keeps on going. You take it.
Yar.
Perfect.
Someone paid him bits.
Who's dead? Am I okay with that?
Well, I think that is up to your interpretation.
I mean, out of everyone, I'm pretty sure you would be okay with Patui being dead.
Side note, sorry. Can we look at Patui's fucking eyes as he stares up at the ceiling while he's cold and dead on the floor? Tell me that's not haunting.
Yeah, if you don't pick a facial expression, the eyes look freaking.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yep, it's dead. Okay.
Sure.
So, why'd we kill Patui?
I don't know. He's dead, man. Move
Mm.
on.
Do we need to touch it?
I took
Yeah,
the thing.
he took the thing.
You took the thing. Alright. You have now taken the wave reflex blessing. I will
Ta-da.
Send it to you. And again, gotta get the whole
Real
thing
quick
set up.
question: how do you add spells to me and D&D Beyond as a DM?
I wouldn't add to you. I would create it, and I'll tell you to look it up in D&D Beyond,
gotcha.
and it'll show up.
Question.
At least that's how I think it works. Yes.
The thing he just grabbed, is it also able to can he let other people use it as if like that yellow one that we took the first time, or is this specifically only for
You don't know for sure. You haven't tried it yet, but you'd assume that it works the same way. As far as you know, probably.
I'm gonna turn around and look at Zed and go tell him to see if it's possible.
What
'Cause
do you want me to
obviously
do?
Oh,
You want me to
Go
fist bump
ask.
him?
Well, I don't know. Go ask him or try it out with him. See if it's also
Alright,
because of the
alright,
yellow one.
alright,
doesn't.
alright. I'm gonna walk
He's
up to
obviously
Darian.
knowing me, so go ahead. Do it.
I'm gonna walk up to Darian,
Right.
and with a straight face, I'm gonna hold out my fist and say, "Bro, hoof."
Well, you both have to accept it. So
I'm gonna look real fucking confused and get like,
Whoa! Slow down with the brony references. I
Glad
seem to misplace my
you could have left as many people confused about that as you could, and you didn't. Alright.
The token is missing.
Vile wants to see if this one can be traded like the other one.
it's over here.
So,
yeah, no, I'm doing the Viking handshake, the warrior handshake.
Alright. You handshaking?
It's just
You feel that lightness leave you, and in the same form that the other blessing can be traded, this one can also be done the same.
and I'll pass it right on back and allow one Darian to utilize it.
imagine one person. Oh, do I know? Do you let me know that it can be or cannot?
is it visible to others when it's transferred?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking Zed.
As it I have described the
I'll tell you
last
later.
time, the first time that it was transferred, it did show very visibly that it was traded. So yes, it would have the same display.
Okay.
Just red instead of yellow.
Yes.
Okay. As I watch it happen, I look at all the rest of them and think to myself. So don't worry about what I'm thinking.
I think we
I just
heard
have
you
a-
say it like 2 seconds ago, but I got
Yeah,
you.
but now that I
Thank you,
know,
Zed.
now that I know that I saw it, I'm just gonna keep it.
You're good.
Thank you for the gift of
Yeah.
subs, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, I'll say aloud from across the room. I guess now we gotta look for the other ones.
Well, that was yes. Yes, we do.
Shall we?
I don't know about you, but that last bit took a lot out of me. I think we should take a rest here.
I ignore everything he says.
Well, I believe we did find the purple one on the way to looking for the red one.
Yeah, we would have
indigo
literally
one.
passed it on our way back.
Yeah. So we can find a nice open space on the way. Take a whatever kind of rest everyone thinks we need, and then move on.
How long were we in that trial for?
Not long.
You're not sure, but it wasn't
Less
more
than
than
an
an
hour.
hour. Yeah, it wasn't more than an hour for sure.
Okay, so we just got done doing a long rest, so we would benefit from a long rest anyways.
Yeah, I don't think we did very much.
As everyone is speaking about this, I will slowly start walking away towards the purple.
Yeah,
Thank you.
pretty much.
Did I get healed last month? I don't remember.
Last month. Jesus.
Last session,
Yeah, last
Yeah,
month.
last
It was
month.
last month.
That's what I said.
I wasn't meaning
I
to.
seriously don't remember. It's been too long. Did I get healed and not update my character
I
sheet,
don't
or am I still sitting at 18?
I don't think so.
Then
Well, if
I'm
we-
not moving from the spot. I'm gonna plop down right here.
I'm gonna walk off as well.
I mean, I'm not gonna leave Darian behind.
I want to go sit down with Darian. Jay, you didn't answer. 30 minutes later, how's my fucking arm feeling?
Yes. It's getting a little bit difficult to tell whether it's being different or not, because
Awesome.
you're getting used to it, but you don't feel like it's changed. You just feel like you've gotten more used to it.
Do we have learned the fly spell?
You're still sweating a lot. Yeah.
Since
And
I went up,
unless we sit here for a full like 23 hours, us sitting here isn't benefiting us anyway.
I need to take a short rest.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
So you're all going to take a short rest, an hour.
Sorry to break
I'll-
character, but I'm taking a short rest.
I'll be
That's fine.
taking my short
Say
rest
it.
in that purple room. So by the time they get over there, I will have also that short rest.
All right. He is making
Sounds
his way
like
out.
someone's a clown. I'm going to spend a large part of short rests not doing my puppet theater, but just playing a song to get my mind off things, and maybe offering a little quiet song along with it, perhaps an inspiring song.
What does that do?
It's the temp HP equal to my level plus, I think, my charisma mod. It's been a
Let me-
while.
Mhm.
I'm gonna Lila, as you do this, I'm gonna use my unicorn spirit.
Temporary hit points don't stack.
No, but healing does, and I still have a spell slot that I can also do it.
But we don't. Okay.
It's a short
Yeah,
rest. You're not getting spell slots back.
It's level
It's
plus
short
charisma
rest.
mod, so it's
Yeah.
9 temp HP.
So let me see here. You said 9 temp?
Yep.
Thank you. I need 15 from dice. Come on, baby. Roll a 10.
I'll also spend 1 hit dice.
7 plus.
Where's my short rest button?
Guess I can.
Where's my D8s?
There's a chance this fully heals me just using one. It didn't happen.
I rolled a 2, but I was only missing 4, and I have a charisma mod of 2, so
Do I have to
charisma
use?
mod, not mod.
Do I have to use the link you sent me to roll?
Let me see. I think. Have you tried just rolling on your D&D Beyond? Just being on your character.
I could
and
use
rolling.
my app, yeah, but if
I can
I'm
also
using
roll for you if you prefer.
if I'm using the link you sent me, I don't know how to do it with the link you sent me.
How did you do, Kulu? I can see your roll here on my screen.
What you do is you click your character sheet, or if you're on the campaign screen, hang on. If you're on the
Okay.
campaign screen, click your name. That'll take you to your character sheet. From there, you can click any of the. Like, it just gives you a button to click for each of the things you have to click, and then it'll roll it and do all the math and tell you the number. It'll also send it to everyone in the thing.
Yeah.
So click on my character. Oh, cool. Did open my character sheet. No, fix. Okay. I'm gonna see if it'll work through the app, because For some reason, I have this thing on my computer where everything's blacked out and I can't see anything. I don't know how to change that back. But can you roll for me until then?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got you.
one more. Oh, you got it. Thank you.
What's you're rolling for hit dice? Paladin gets a D10 hit dice? Question mark.
What is he rolling for?
You're expending hit dice on your short rest, Rev.
Yeah.
I'll roll
Yeah,
you
D10.
a D10. I think that's what the Paladin's hit dice is. 8 plus what's your con mod?
His con mod is a +1.
Alright, so 9 hit points for you. Do you want to spend a second one? I don't know what how much health you're
I
at.
think he's maxed.
Oh, am I? Okay, then yeah.
At least as far as everything we can see here, you appear to still have max health.
Yeah, but he doesn't update it here. He updates it on his own. So how much
Okay.
how much it says on for you, that's how much you're down.
Okay. That's right,
RIP
because we were
nerd
split
who
up.
didn't get a inspiring leader.
Yeah.
Donut.
So you all take your short rests while as left the room, and actually you guys are supposed to be a little bit bigger than that. Ball has left the room, and well, none of you know exactly where he resides currently, but as he said, he'd be in the indigo room. So you make your way there, and you don't seem to find any trouble along the way. You came and went from these directions, so you find your way into the indigo room, and you see the mist, the low mist that hangs around this room, and just finds a little corner, sits on the floor, and starts your own short rest.
Oh yeah, I'm full health as well in my character sheet.
Fantastic. Nothing comes to as you all finish your your short rest, and at the end of this 1 hour period, you feel a little more prepared and now a bit more able-bodied to continue on this exploration. You may go wherever you wish.
Oh, we're going to the purple room, I'm pretty sure. That's already...
Say, with Solar out, I'll say, fair warning, the young lady expended a lot of healing magic to endure that
Hellscape?
last. Yes.
Okay, I think
There's
it's
still some to be held for emergencies, we'll say. But as everyone best be on your guard, I would advise. And you, I'm gonna shove Solara in Darian's face. For the foreseeable future, don't leave her side for even a moment.
Well, that was the plan.
Good.
And for the record, you're the only one I'm going to take orders from.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pat the puppet head.
That's very strange. That a little bit demeaning, actually. Please don't do that.
It's okay, I do it to regular sized people as well.
I don't know if that's any better. Okay.
That's because you're not a
Anyway,
regular-sized person.
And in a little bit silly display, I'm gonna turn Solar away from Darian like she's embarrassed, I'm gonna hold her out in front of me like she's trying to walk away, reach the length of my arm, kind of jerk her away like she's trying to tug me. I'll just roll my eyes, stand up, and follow, holding her out in front of me like she's leading the way.
Perfect.
Well, I believe we have the leader now. Let's follow it.
Yes.
Yes, in this very strong display of leadership, Lila moves on forward, away with Solara up on
Thank
one
you.
hand.
Solara leads forward. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Solara's the leader, yes. That's I'm down.
And you all decide to follow en suit as you make your way back onto the Indigo room. The two of you, good?
Yeah, I'm following.
Alright, fantastic. Just getting confirmation. Alright. And so you do.
Do the purple.
This is not
Or is-
purple. This is indigo.
Indigo.
Wait, whatever.
Very different.
It's a shade of purple.
Wait. Sorry, we're stupid. Indigo's not next. Violet is next. Had a moment. Violet's next.
Right? You reach this room and all of you see a confusion come across Lila's face as she turns around with Solara, also just as confused, with a moment of realization. Oh shit.
Alright. Alright. In a moment of saving face, alright, I'm about to pull out a pro gamer move. I'm gonna face Solara towards me. I'm gonna use one of my fingers to kind of put her little hand on her face. She's gonna slowly move up to me and whisper something in my ear, to which I'll laugh and proclaim, I forgot Solara was colorblind. Violet's next.
I don't know what's next anymore.
Alright.
You know, I'm not the brains of this operation, so I'm just gonna follow.
Alright. Anyway, we haven't found the Violet Brazier yet. I don't think. Yeah, we found blue, we found indigo. Okay, I'll say. Unless it was past the red brazier, which is possible. We couldn't
Well,
investigate past the blue one. We have not done that yet.
young
Well, they
leader.
don't seem to be in any order.
Yeah, let's.
I'm gonna walk over to it.
Kulu, go find something to hit.
I'm gonna look Vile dead in the eyes and be like, "Oh, I found one."
I'll completely ignore it.
Oh, come on, stare at me some more.
I have a sack full of rocks. Don't destroy me.
Anyway, shall we go look down this path more?
Yes.
Or at least let's hit a dead end before we try another.
We
Yeah, we're already
could
here.
always continue past the red one. We haven't done that yet.
Technically already here, as opposed to taking a whole other path to go down the other area to explore.
Yes, but the braziers have a path in that room. You've seen it. We've discussed this.
I would like to examine.
No, I meant
Hold
like.
up. I think Zad's saying go down past the red. And continue
Yeah, I'm
forward.
saying go
Yes,
past the
okay.
red.
Yeah,
I'm not
fuck
saying-
around with the wrong order.
Okay.
You're both on the same page.
I'll whisper in Solara's ear and she'll... my bad. I'm...
Yeah.
Don't touch my head. Turn away from Darian again.
What are you investigating for, Vile?
Just to see what I see. If I could see anything or read anything.
Give me an investigation check. What are the rest of you doing while he's investigating? I'm assuming you're
D20,
moving
right?
forward. Yes,
Leaving.
D20. Leaving.
Yes, I can investigate with him. I'll roll separate though.
You could see it, right?
Oof, yeah, that's an 8.
Okay.
It looks just like every single other one that you've found so far. The inscriptions are complete gibberish. That's about it. You see the little hint of ash onto the ground, but nothing more. As all of them start walking in your direction, and you hear their footsteps before you actually see them. And now they're walking past.
I want to examine the ash.
With your investigation check, that just seems like ash to you. There doesn't seem to be anything important or noticeable about it.
Touch a vial on the shoulder as we walk past. We're leaving.
Okay. I'll just nod okay, and then I'll continue to look at the thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go do the other trial that we're here to do.
I'll ignore and continue to look at the thing.
You all continue?
No. I'm gonna walk up behind Vile. Just put a puppet up to his head level, staring at the brazier. Do you want to talk about it?
I will continue to just ignore and look at the thing.
I'll leave her there.
I will reach out my hand to touch it, but I won't touch it.
I'm not touching you.
Not the puppet. The
Right.
It's cold. Stonework seems a little, as the other ones, it's very immaculate, smooth stone.
So I'm assuming we have to do these in order, or do we not?
We do. That's why we're trying to go.
You don't
next
really
one.
know. What was it?
That is our theory that we have
It's
vocalized.
Yeah.
And every time we've tried something different, it hadn't really worked.
You
I
haven't
wasn't
really
there for that
tried
conversation.
something
We haven't
different.
tried a lot
over
of
here.
different.
Yeah.
I thought we tried it the first time when we first came across the second brazier.
Nope, you did not.
No, that was when Patui wandered off alone to go to a hellscape.
Oh, yeah.
I'll touch it. I want to feel it. I want to know what it feels.
Yeah, blame the hippie.
You do know that in the space that you're in currently, you can see the indentation onto the brazier where your hand is supposed to be, which is right here.
I'm gonna try what he's doing.
Okay. Let's go for it. If we haven't tried it before, we should try it once to see if it matters whether we do it out of order, I guess.
I'm gonna feel up on it.
Is that something you say in character?
Yes.
Yes.
You know,
I
at this point,
disagree,
yeah.
because we don't know if there's a consequence for doing them out of order. It seems that this place is trying to strengthen us. First we fight ourselves, then we confront
Our pass.
our pasts, our fears. if it's trying to strengthen us in a particular order, then perhaps we will not be strong enough to face this if we don't go in order.
Speaking of, did you ever give us that skill?
But no, I'm getting it while you guys are doing this. Just keep on going. I'll get it to you.
I was curious what it was. I agree with the puppet. We should find the proper order. No harm in walking around a bit in this place.
I'll look towards
Perhaps
Patui and ask
tire us
Patui,
out.
what would you like to do, Patui?
Well, I somewhat agree that there might be consequences to not doing this in order, but I don't know. From the last test, maybe these trials can be broken. Why does it matter if it was broken?
Doesn't sound like it's something you try to do and end up in a good place either.
Lila and Patu. No, not Lila Patu. Lila and Zed, give me a perception check.
Okay.
I'm Lila. D20.
I'm gonna disagree with the comment of having to it be in order, because then if we were supposed to strengthen everything or strengthen whatever, some type of strength that we get from whatever we've done in the past, we would have to use that yellow thing, the first one that we got, and in our trial, but we didn't even use it in the trial. We used it outside the trial. Then we went into a trial. I'm saying this obviously in character, but we went into this trial and we didn't even use it. So I don't think there needs to be exactly in order, because I mean, why would there be an order? Why would they give us that, put us in a trial, and then not use it in that trial?
It's
Why
not
would
a matter. It's not a matter, Mr. Vile, of the power that we may gain from it in terms of magical braziers. It's a matter of strength of character.
Well, did we learn anything with the last trial?
Can you repeat that?
Did we learn anything from the last trial?
Well, did you?
Yeah, that no one has spoke about it. So
Well, if y'all can't, I will.
sorry.
So, well, if y'all can't, I can.
Speak about what happened. Is that
I
what you're gesturing towards?
yes.
I'll just look towards you and shrug.
Any objections?
I mean,
No.
we had a working plan that we've been doing for the last hours that we've been here, and I just okay.
Did you make me that
I mean, but
perception check,
I do
Zed?
believe that at some point we do have to talk about it. If we don't, then like what are it just as I'll point towards Lila and say, just as they were saying, it's about building character and everything, but if we don't also learn about each other and what we're going through, then how can we get stronger as a group? And then as I'm saying that, I'll take my hand off the.
Well, how about this? If we're to look past the red brazier, it's a rather long walk. Plenty of sharing time.
I'll look towards you, shrug, and say I have time now.
Good time to walk.
We can walk and talk if that's what everybody else is for.
I'll face Solara towards Lila. Kind of shift my eyes back and forth and shrug. Say, it is an idea. Let us go.
Before we continue, who was it? And this is bad because I'm terrible at it. At the end of last session, before leaving the room, before leaving that brazier, somebody said something about not telling what happened.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay.
Zed, perception check.
11.
11. Both around the same. As you and Lila are having this conversation, looking back and forth between Val, Dewey, and Darian, both of you catch a glimpse of the brazier, and both of you know that by this point, the comprehend languages should have faded. And you're not touching the brazier, but looking at the brazier, you can see it, and you can read it. Both of you.
Okay.
Do we notice? Do you see that?
I'm gonna face Delara in completely the wrong direction. I'm gonna tap her on the shoulder and I'm gonna point at the brazier. Ah. Yes. Yes, that is odd.
I'm still not totally convinced we should do it out of order. I'm not convinced we have to do it in an order either. I'm being honest here. I just thought that since we all had a group consensus, continuing on with it was the best idea. But yeah, this is odd.
Personal growth, Mr. Zad. Like I was saying.
What does it say?
We've read this one before. I say as I flip back through my notes.
Yeah, I don't. That was oh my long ago.
It was like 2 months ago at this point, yeah.
That's what notes are for.
Hell yeah. The indigo brazier.
Mhm.
Wow, I wrote some fucking sloppy fucking notes here.
Hell yeah.
Parting from her selfishness, tempted by her joy, the child which was a... Sorry, I've got little annotations. I'm trying to make sure I didn't make anything clear. Alright, joy was the only one that I interpreted. Everything else was just glowing different colors.
Mhm.
Alright. Joy, the child which was a blessing to her, became a gift to all, and her decision diminished the light of her flame and led her further into vulnerability.
You do see now that light has also changed, as it is red. It has also changed to love.
Interesting. Love, rather.
I mean, it definitely feels like it's progressive. We're completing an entire line of text. It seems to be almost an epic tale of some sort. Starting with the what's on the yellow brazier, then going to the red brazier, and next being the violet brazier.
Well, as we light them, the words
Also change.
associated by color, yes. Life which glows yellow means joy. Light which glows red means love, as it did in the other.
So, everything about the situation does feel progressive.
Okay. I shrug and then I continue to walk. Yeah. I already have my hand off the thing, so I'll just start walking past everyone.
If you want to, outside of that, I don't know what you're questioning about what we've learned.
Essentially going back and going over what happened in the trials.
Yeah, we were planning a mobile sharing circle while we walked for half an hour.
Yes, so
Global sharing circle.
now having made somewhat of a decision as to continue on forward, is any of you going to, if any of you is going to share, however much you wish to share, is up to you, as you
I'm
are
not starting.
all making your way back towards the red brazier and continuing on forward.
I need a soda.
Okay. Well,
He says in this long walk. Thirsty.
Since I've got the talking stick, I guess I can start first.
The talking stick.
Perfect.
I'm not touching your stick. I'm just saying.
And
Fine, yeah.
I'll leave each of your stories for you to tell yourselves.
But seriously, in real life, I'm gonna grab a soda real quick.
Go on.
Alright, me too.
Alright.
Since we're taking a quick second, I'll be back
Pause.
in like 30.
You all figure out what it is that you're going to do. So just take a little
Yep.
minute to think
I'm
about
gonna
it.
tell them the story of the Patui and the Great Glitch.
The great- that's pretty much what happened, isn't it? Look, that's great.
The Great Glitch.
Alright. Got a bottle of New York Seltzer.
I would just like to point out that I've been trying to get somebody to watch anime for the longest, and today they turned on anime on their own volition,
Wow.
right? To watch Tokyo Ghoul out of everything.
You must be so proud.
I am very proud.
speak of the glitch.
Speaking of the glitch,
Me, Dr. Glitch.
Baby, come back.
so what is the medieval version of no clipping? Like, what would you call that?
What is the what
Dimension.
version of no clipping?
Dimension walking.
I stand by transcending.
Did I technically transcend during that trial? Is that what
You
I think I
definitely
did?
transcended reality.
Or transcended that said reality? Yeah.
I would call it
Nay, clipping.
unwilling astral manipulation.
Alright, but what's Patui's int score? Would he call it that?
The Great Adventure of Patui and the Great Glitch.
You would definitely just see it as a great glitch.
So is everybody here for the story? Darian?
Zed?
Here. Lila's here. Vile's here, correct?
Holy shit.
Vile and Darian? Vile and Darian.
They're still out, I think.
No, I said I'm here.
No, Darian.
So I
is-
was waiting on
is-
Darian, okay. So Jay,
Yes?
I would like to before telling my story, I want to prepare something after my story ahead of time.
Right.
Uh,
Me.
If I catch anybody lying,
Mhm.
I know I'll probably have to roll for certain things, but if I know for a fact somebody's lying, I want to give them the meanest, like the are you fucking serious look that I can.
Well, it is established now. We all know what's happening. Lie, you get this.
I don't know everything, but I know some things.
There I was. Motor oil smeared all over me.
That's exactly what happened.
There it was.
Really just want to get a big canvas and throw paint all over my body and flip the canvas.
I don't know what you said, but it sounded dirty.
I just said okay.
I want to get a human-sized canvas,
Oh, there it
throw
is.
paint all over me, and roll over the canvas.
Yes, dirty, as I expected.
How's that dirty? That's art.
You're an art.
I'm pretty sure you
There's
can say that
somebody out
about
there that would
everything.
You're about as pretty as a modern art masterpiece.
That's saying some shit. Hey, I could look like Cupid.
You look like a Picasso.
Damn. Darian, what are you? Are you back, bro? Oh, are you back?
We're never gonna hear
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Kulu again.
Oh, there he is.
Okay,
We know.
okay, he's back. Okay, are you ready?
For what?
The
We need
sharing
to
story.
circle.
Yeah, he's
Apparently,
gonna
big
we're
be
having
sharing
story
his,
time.
as you are all now leaving the indigo room, you now feel the slight cold feeling of the low-hanging mist as you leave it behind, and you continue to walk in the dark tunnels, just hearing the constant footsteps of one another. And Batui starts to
Yes.
share about his experience within the Red Brazier trial. Go on.
Me? I don't quite remember what happened beforehand, but I remember standing at our respectful places, waking up in a forest with my wife and child nearby, screaming in horror, and beast, a beast there fighting them off, and sprouting 3 more flame beasts, trying to take them out. And remember seeing its hair and I guess the fabric of reality, running to it, trying to find Lila. Once getting in there, I could see everywhere. I could see the pain everybody was going through, and I felt it was my place to help you, each of you, where I could. And that's about all that happened for the trial for me. Right? Anyone?
My past is my own, and I don't feel comfortable sharing it with some of you. As I look at Vile.
I mean,
I'll ignore.
to be fair, I didn't know we were sharing the exact specifications of what happened so much as the
It's
point of
it's
the
entirely
point of the
up to you.
trial. The lesson you were meant to learn from your past, I think, is what we were trying to share, wasn't it?
Yes.
You can be my guest.
I mean, simply trying to teach me that not all power is good power, even with the right intentions.
Hmm.
Is that all of it then?
I mean, that's the important part. There was a
For
creature.
summarizing, then I guess I'm supposed to be a protector.
I mean, what happened in there wasn't really my past, so sharing it doesn't feel like the right thing to share.
I'm in search of somebody.
Say it one more time.
I'm in search of somebody.
Is her name Vale?
It's your mother.
She's cute, I've heard. Anyway,
So Vile said in search of somebody, and I think Matui's going to look over and respond with, "Hope you see her again."
I'll
He
glare
said
at you.
somebody. He didn't say it was a her.
Well, he took an
Tui
assumption.
was there. Don't worry about it.
Oh, he's not. That's okay. And I said that.
That's why I just glare at him. I'm just like,
Then I said that
Everybody
in
knows I was
character.
there.
Then I said that in character.
okay.
What do you mean her? Like she said somebody.
I ignore the question and I just look
I
at
one eye
Patui.
suspiciously.
I'll raise one eyebrow towards Patui and then glare right after, and then just continue to walk in silence.
Okay, so we've got a Patui sharing, Darian shared. That leaves Vile and Lila to share what they believe their lesson from the trial was.
Vile said it was he's in search of somebody.
Vile did say he was in search of someone.
Okay, yeah, true. Sorry. So
Very troubled look on my face while we walk.
we don't want details, dear. If that helps.
It doesn't. I'll say that with myself. I feel like my lesson was maybe supposed to be a little bit different. And I think I really kind of messed something up. And I keep doing that. And that's not good.
But yet you passed. You obviously didn't mess it up. Maybe that was your lesson.
I look at my probably still burning fucking shoulder. I'll say, I think I disagree. It still taught an important lesson that, as the words I start to say come out, I'm going to almost maybe subconsciously pull out the jester again. Say that there are some things that aren't worth acknowledging. Things that you should be more careful about doing. Just because someone who is absolutely deplorable and deserves to have their guts strung out against the wall. At this, I look a little startled, and I look at the jester, shake my head. Anyway, there are other options. Always other options. Every villain has their history. Speaking of, I don't mean to alarm anybody. We might be on more of a timer than I realized.
Why is that?
What? Jay.
Yes.
Would I recognizably know that something's wrong with Lila if something was wrong?
Something's wrong.
It's a bit easier to tell between the two of you, and I think everyone can tell that something is wrong, but yes, you may definitely tell.
Do I get a sense that it's a little bit more dire than what everybody else thinks it might be?
Give me a charisma check, and
Right? A charisma check or insight check?
a charisma check.
Let's start with the bottom. Alright. Okay, it didn't roll. 1 second, let me try that again. I did. That's in the then, I think. Yeah.
How much? 11?
Yes, I'm also missing a die. Oops.
Through the bond that the both of you have, and now this is almost like a second wave comparatively to the first time that the two of you bonded, and now regaining all of those memories and feeling that bond stronger than before. I would say that you can definitely tell whatever it is that she intends. If she intends it to be more dire than she seems to make it out to be, then you definitely sense that. That is up to Lila. How dire do you think this is?
So here's the thing.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
However, I think that Lila is torn somewhere, and this is about to become apparent as I continue what I'm saying, between admitting that it's really bad and just acting like it's nothing at all.
Hmm.
Like, I am trying to play it off, and for what it's worth, I'm a very good liar.
Can confirm.
But maybe you'll be able to see through that a little bit easier. Especially given that you witnessed pretty much everything that happened with me.
Yeah.
Anyway, at this I'm going to continue. I was asked, what was the last question I was asked? Would you just care to elaborate?
You were asked why, essentially, on the
Yeah.
time frame.
Vidarian.
Alright, okay. So, remember when we were at the lovely, lovely mansion in the woods, and we met the lovely woman with her mirror who kept showing us things that I didn't want to see?
Yeah. Wait, no, I would have been the only one that saw that too, because everybody else was staring at their own mirrors.
No, you all were staring at the same thing. Yes, go on.
Yeah, we all saw the same thing in our mirrors. That was.
Yes. The way that I explained it was that the mirror was laid out on the ceiling and you all were looking up, and it encompassed the entire ceiling and you all could see the same things. Go on.
So here's the thing. Is that, we maybe knew that we were already being hunted, and we thought that was just because we had an orb that we don't actually have. I'm gonna lock up a little bit as I get a little bit close to revealing. I'll bring Solara back out, and she'll kind of pat me on the cheek with her finger and continue for me. Say, we are not in the business of fully disclosing details. But in the interest of safety, and I'll turn her towards Vile, say, we'll disclose little. Before the young lady fled her homeland, she was kidnapped. A lot of memories were repressed, it would seem. But we now know who did it. She remembers, rather.
Was it the demon?
No. Well, yes, but no. It was orchestrated by a noble from the rivaling island of our nation. His name is Garros Sunamun. We don't know what he wants or why he would have any interest in the young lady. However, his family is extremely powerful. And he was the face that we saw in the mirror, alluding to who was hunting us. He was in the young lady's trial. And because the young lady made a decision, we'll say, let's say any efforts to find her again might be reinvigorated. And it seems like he's already on his way. So, a timetable then.
This definitely clears my suspicion of you making a deal with the devil.
All right, so
I'm-
Assassin's Guild.
I'm gonna just sit down. Lila's just gonna sit down and shake.
Alright. It's been about 15 minutes, 20 minutes of walking. You sit down on the floor.
So I'm gonna just count on my hands. So Assassin Guild, Death Tomb of Trials, and now Demon Hunter. Correct?
He's a tiefling.
Okay, Tiefling Hunter. Cool.
Can I use? I want to use it. I want to use Divine Sense and see if I can sense. Because you said the first time when I did it, it was like I sensed evil in her.
Mhm.
But I wonder if I can sense like the change of it, like how much more is it taking over? Can I do that? It's like,
If you wish
I was
to
like-
use Divine Sense, then I'll let you know.
okay,
you
then
using
I'll
it?
use. Yes, then I'll use Divine.
Alright. She,
And I'll mark it.
as she's talking and then stops and lays on the floor, you take a single moment, just a couple of seconds, as your eyes shine and glaze over, and you attempt to sense any sort of supernatural or extra dimensional creatures around, or entities. And what you do sense from her at first, in comparison to the last time, you sense as what before was something that was clouding her soul. Now it's very much something that is in the outer layers of what constitutes her being. And you open your eyes after feeling this to look at her, and you can barely even see her, as there are these large, darkened, shadowy wings sprouting out of her back as she lays on the floor, shaking.
Crying.
Okay, I keep it to myself.
Question.
Once again,
Let's
also,
go.
you one more time sense that thing that is at the back of Zad,
Let's go.
that is being seems to be under the influence of, what was the name of the thing? Your divine sense. Let me just make sure. Divine sense.
I have it right here if you want me to read it
yeah,
out to you.
read it for me.
It says, as an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the hollow spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet. That is not behind total cover. You can use this feature one time per long rest.
Yes, you sense the thing that is affected by the hallowed spell upon his back.
I also keep that to myself.
And that would be about everything that you sense. Actually, let me make sure. Yeah. You sense the same thing coming from Darian. But in that sense, you're not really sure if it is actually the same. It's almost as if at times it is there, and then you can't even feel Darian there. And it just keeps going in a loop, back and forth between the two. And that's it.
I also keep that to my. Actually, I'll point Darian's out.
Go ahead. Also, I sent the wave reflexibility on SotVD text. Go on.
Anyway, so as I was saying, we have a tiefling hunter, an assassin's guild. We're trapped in a death pit. Is there any other things from your guys' past that's trying to kill us all that we should know about before we keep walking down this hallway?
Not necessarily the past, but there may be something else as well.
Oh, good.
You know how we've been searching knowledge and everything for this great tyrant mountain?
It sounds familiar.
We may be in a much tighter timeline with that as well.
I'm gonna put my hand on my forehead, or put my hand into my forehead, sort of like rub my eyebrow, like, why is that?
Jay, I don't know how I'm supposed to word this, so correct me if I'm wrong on this. From my perspective, it seems like the tyrant is starting to have an effect on the Earth Mother.
Starting to have effect on what?
Earth Mother.
You can.
From a disciple's perspective.
That is something that you would gather from your perspective, yes. That is a fair assumption to make.
And anytime we get closer to this, finding out more information, I have these visions of chanting underneath the ground that's getting louder and more complete.
Alright. Everything wants to kill us. We're not the top of the food chain. And we're still stuck in the death cave. We can't do anything about it till we get out.
Sounds about right to me.
Alright then. Let's help.
Lila is still down on the ground.
Jay, I currently have the wave reflex, but
Yes.
Yep. Where Vile has the yellow one.
I have
Wait.
the yellow one, he has the red one.
No, I have the yellow one. You have the red one. The
Oh, yeah,
only
yeah,
person,
Yeah.
the only person you switched it with was Zed.
Yeah.
I don't
Dex
think I
seems yellow
added.
to me, I don't know.
I think I added the limitation. Sorry, go on. I'll add it and you know.
No, I can use it all the time. It says right there. I cast wave reflex. Y'all heard it.
Wasted.
Set in the notes.
Do we need to get you a skillet?
Yeah.
Iron.
Are you guys gonna help her out?
I don't know if should we wait on her?
Talking
I
about it as
mean,
if she's in there.
She's. I don't know how to
she's
help.
indisposed, I believe.
Carry her?
Lila, are you able to continue?
The walk, not the talk.
I think
Unless.
we've all had enough talking for one day.
Between quiet sobs, I'm just gonna shake my head.
Is that a yes or a no?
That's a no.
Alright, you wanna hop on?
Yep.
Climb on my back, carry around like a backpack?
Shake my head again.
You
Well, I
wanna,
guess we're taking a minute here.
You want to punch something?
I crack my knuckles and I step forward a little bit, and then I turn towards the group and I tell everybody what I saw with
Go on.
with her. So, I'll start it off by saying, let's see, how do I want to approach this without coming too harsh or whatever? Obviously, we all remember when I kicked open that door and I pulled out my sword and I told you guys that there's something evil with her. I was blocking, kind of shadowing her soul. Now, it's grown worse. And I'll point at Lila. You have these dark wings coming out from your back. Something's not right. And I know you're afraid and I know you're hiding a lot of stuff, but this isn't good. Whatever this is, you need to tell us.
Imagine if
I
that was
digged a
me.
bit. I
That
know.
was
I
the
was gonna. I
fun.
wish it was you, because I was like, "What a bit! What a bit!"
That would have been so fucking funny. Um, um, all right. I don't think I'm going to respond immediately in any way because I'm still having a moment.
I believe she did respond.
Right. Well, I mean, she told us something. She didn't tell us everything. I mean, she just
Alright.
told us that we're being
The
hunted.
poor girl's already reduced to tears. Why do you always want to push her when she's already been reduced to tears?
Because it was said in the past by Violent Patui that if it started getting to to become a threat for the party, we would confront it. And at this
And
point,
it-
it was causing a threat to the party.
And not only that,
Step
she
between
has
them.
been acting. I'm not threatening. That's cool. I'll look at you and just like kind of gesture with a shrug and not really pay too much attention to you. And then look at everybody else and said, I agreed with all of you that if this was what Patui said, if this became a threat, we will talk about it. There's no gesture of being threatening. There's no gesture of being like harsh towards her. And I understand that she is at a point of tears and hurt, but there's something happening. And if we don't know, we don't need to know fully everything, but we do need to know something, because this is not okay. And
What kind of proposals?
we are somewhere of unknown, and we don't know where we're at, and we're continuing to do these trials. And I understand that we have to work together and eventually become closer, and hopefully we become all buddy at the end of this. But for now, right now, I am pointing it out. There is something here that is evil, and I need an explanation, is all I'm asking.
I believe that's fair to ask, is it not, Darian?
Yes, but I don't think now is the proper time.
So we hit the next trial, and let's say it gets worse. Then what?
I'm gonna look at Patui stepping up on me here.
They keep snapping to that position. I was trying to take it back one more step.
He immediately takes a step back after he turns.
Let me unsnap you from grid. There you go.
Thank you.
That's what I thought.
I'll look at Zad because I already know that Patui is kind of in agreement with me. Look, I get that these two don't really like me, and I know me and you are still on the fence, or whatever you want to call it. There's moments where we have our good and our bad, but what I'm saying right now makes sense. What if we hit the next trial and she gets worse? We need to not do anything, but we need to at least know that as long as we keep moving forward, she won't do something towards us.
We need a contingency.
Thank you.
And
I'll
what
look towards you when I say that.
do you have something to propose? Because otherwise, we've got nothing.
I mean, knowing is better than nothing.
Oh, you mean okay? Because you said contingency, so I was thinking
Oh, right. No, well, he said contingency. I just kind of
went along
gestured
with
of
it,
like,
and it fucked me.
yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
I say
Yeah,
contingency
yeah.
because I know that what she's dealing with is a little bit more dangerous than what everybody else thinks that she's dealing with.
And obviously,
That's not the point.
Patui.
While you're in the middle of your conversation, Lila, still crying, is going to sneak the jester puppet into the air and say, "And even as she sobs on the ground, you formulate a plan to put her down when she gets dangerous."
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. I was like, really? Like, is this what we're doing?
We're not trying to like kill you. I just want to know. That is the sentence. I just want to know, like, what's going on.
He
What
wants to
can
know
we
what he's
thing
that
I've
way
ever said.
that way we can maybe find a way to help instead of being completely useless and seeing you.
Sob,
know,
cry, writhe in pain.
Yes. Like,
This
there
might
has to be another way other than threatening and putting you down. That's why I'm bringing it up now.
Lila,
might
is
be-
there a way to suppress this?
What do you want to say, Darian?
Good.
Go ahead.
Be the most shocking thing I've ever said, but I agree with Vile.
We can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped, but the least we can do is try. And this is the perfect moment before we go any further. That's all I'm saying here.
He's trying to be good with words. You gotta give him that, Lila. Although,
Out of character, Lila, what's the name of the smartass dog?
Smart.
The dog?
Whoopo.
there's not a smart ass dog.
speak
Put it out there, whatever it is.
That's Snuffles. Snuffles isn't out right now.
Oh,
I was going to ask if I could speak to Snuffles.
Hi. I'm not going to look at you, but I'm going to turn the jester puppet in your direction. Kind of tilt him to the side a bit. An odd request. No one ever cares about what he has to say. It's usually inflammatory and useless. Alright. I'll get him for you. Wait one moment.
Oh,
On to. Yeah.
Put him away. Pull out Snuffles. What do you want? I was napping.
well, Snuffles, I know we all don't get along with you the best way. But
No, you suck.
I also know that you stand just as much to lose as all the other puppets in there. Is there a way to suppress what Lila's going through right now? Have you been around long enough to see her suppress it some way? Or deal?
I'll tell you this one. Whatever she's going through, none of us really know what the fuck's going on. We don't know. She doesn't know. Whatever this is, it predates us. Whatever started drawing us into fucking cloth bag puppet.
I'll shrug.
Wow. Well,
Hey,
all right then.
here's an idea. Give her one of the blessings. See if that suppresses it.
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to the group.
I appreciate your honesty. Knuckles.
Which blessing?
I don't know.
I mean, I have one of them, and Darian has the red one.
I simply made a suggestion to try and help the issue.
And I understand, but which blessing? What blessing do you think? I mean, we can give her both and see if that'll do anything. I mean, eventually we're going to hit a point where, and I'm obviously saying this in character, we're eventually going to be hitting a point where we're going to have all the blessings and plus one over. So once we get all the blessings, if we give it all to one person, we don't know how it's going to affect that person while having all those blessings.
The power of the rainbow will turn Lilac gay.
Plus 2 over, by the way.
I was thinking Captain Planet, but the power of the rainbow was way funnier.
Oh,
Moth, I have a question for you.
Go for it.
Okay, so the ring-a-ding-ding thing I hear in my head that I got.
the ring-a-ding-ding.
The terrible metal on metal.
Okay, I've seen the
Like
essence
dubstep.
of that thing. Is the essence of that thing the same thing as the tiefling that I saw in the trial?
I don't think I'm qualified to answer that.
Jay.
Ask me the question properly.
Oof.
Ask the right question, and maybe I'll be able to tell you.
The demon
Ring-a-ding.
tiefling that I saw within the trial,
Mm-hmm.
does that give off the same energy or vibes, whatever you want to call it, of the red-eyed thing that I always see when I hear the ring-a-ding-ding going on in my head?
Give me an insight check.
It's a very good question.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
Ring-a-ding-ding. We hit a jackpot.
No, alright.
I'm rooting for you.
Oh, this is gonna be hard. Please don't fail me now.
Well, first of all, you
What?
missed.
God, really?
You dropped it behind it.
Have
job.
you tried looking from the top down? That's what I said
You're
to do last time.
That's something different now.
You're a top down.
Or if you have the app and follow the campaign, you can roll through the app and
That's
it'll.
a
Yeah, you can
18.
do that. Yeah, that's
An 18.
18. I see the specific question that you asked. If the entity that you feel when you listen to the sound of metal and you feel the constant shrinking and writhing of your soul each time that you hear that sound, and you sense that deep guttural growling that is continuous and straining at the times when the metal hits, you don't think that those two entities are the same. I will tell you that much. You don't think that that person, or whatever modicum version of that person that you saw in the trial, is the same thing that you feel each time that you hear that noise. That thing, entity, seems, I don't want to say a lot bigger, but just its presence is imposing in a primordial way.
It's more intense.
Yeah, that person, they're both intense. That person's presence is imposing in a different way. This one is imposing in an ancient, primordial way, and that one is imposing in just a force of personality and will kind of way.
Politician as opposed to an ancient deity.
So
Got
much.
it.
That's as much as you get her.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell Lila, look to the Mother for help. Maybe she can guide you. she might be able to help you. What's the word I'm looking for here? Suppress this.
I'm gonna like Lila's still not looking at you, but I'm gonna shift the puppet to look between you. I'll Snuffles, I'll say. All right, now you got me curious. I missed something. Why's the girl here crying? Well, even more than usual.
Oh, blame these nuts.
Was it in character for Ed?
Got me.
Yes, the crazy person just said blame all these nuts.
Well, it might help you to
Uh,
Lila and I have a bit of a connection that's supernatural, it seems.
Looking between everyone else for any other input.
So, Lila, did you want one of these color magic things?
I'm trying to think of how she responds. She's just going to very weakly hold out a hand.
I'm gonna give you the biggest high five you've ever had.
We'll take it.
Oh yeah, high five.
And
You-
remember, wave, what was it called?
Wave reflex.
Wave reflex has no cooldowns. Just use it all the time.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I did the.
Now I can
changed
have
it, sorry.
advantage on running away from my problems.
Hell yeah! And you get to attack an extra 2 times.
You can
Oh,
do
God.
even more.
I don't know how that helps Lila, but hey, it's there.
I'm gonna look at Vile and tell Vile I'm
Okay,
just poor.
so you're giving her red.
I didn't catch that, Patui.
So I'm gonna look to you and say, good timing, just a poor condition. Speaking of the asking her the questions.
Oh yeah. No, I know. I'm being vile. I'm just quiet.
Lila.
Mm-hmm.
This is interesting. You feel, as I have described before with the others that received this blessing, you feel lighter on your feet, and you feel like you can move faster. You
can run from your problems easier.
And as much as this makes you feel faster, makes you feel like your reflexes are heightened and that you can react to things more accurately, the weight of the burden of this entity on you stays. You may feel lighter physically, but in your soul you still feel that heaviness.
Mm-hmm.
But you have the blessing.
At the minimum, this isn't the right color. You're not the Red Ranger.
Go and kick its ass.
You're not the Red Ranger.
Jay,
Yes.
I got a bone to pick with you.
Give
Why
me-
did she make it so Power Rangers can be referenced every time we talk about this?
I didn't fucking try. Okay. Listen.
I don't.
Well,
I just make these things.
here we are.
Don't even. Okay.
If we get all the colors together, do we make a Megazord?
Okay.
There we fucking go. Alright.
You know, what's funny is at one point there were 2 different Purple Rangers at the same time.
Nope.
No, maybe go look shit up.
Continue.
Yes, better.
you feel up to walking yet?
That's weird. I can feel that.
What if we mix it? Just out of curiosity. I'll give a little bump, a little nudge towards Darian. See if he agrees to take it.
You take it there.
Sure, I'll take it.
Alright. You have it.
Alright, there you go.
Anyway, shall we get going?
He's not gonna mix it. Hold it.
Sabertooth.
What a power move.
I'm not sure what we should do, to be honest. Like,
Well, whatever we do, we gotta.
Let's keep moving.
Well, she still has to tell us something. What if something goes horribly wrong in the next area?
and what if the assassins show up over there 100 deep?
Okay, well then we fight like we always do. I don't
Yeah,
know what to
it
tell you
is.
here. Like, I don't know what to tell you there. Like, we're just gonna have to fight for our life. You know, we've been doing it this whole entire time. Like, nothing changes there.
That's kind of my point.
I believe the same point applies.
They're gonna show up regardless. That's
Shut the fuck up for a second, alright? I'm gonna turn Snuffles towards Vile. I say, you said you wanted to know something from her. What are you trying to get at?
at the end of the sentence. It sounded like you were.
No, it's the end of the sentence.
Okay. What can we do to help suppress whatever's going on?
The answer is
Tell us more about this mark on her shoulder. What do you know about that?
I think at this
Not
point
a
it's
whole lot I don't think the big man doesn't already know. I'm gonna gesture Snuffles towards Darian. Sorry, I'm creating a little bit of chaos here.
Okay, so obviously Darian knows something, but I mean, you know, I think it'd be better to hear it from her over Darian.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue. Say, the real answer is that she doesn't know anything about it really, other than the mark is some chimera congregation back home. Well, not home. That's led by some snooty fucking noble family. Something Moon something. I don't know.
okay, so Chimera organization from the rival island family.
I'm gonna turn towards you and raise an eyebrow because I want to know how you know that.
I'm trying to decipher what was said by the owlbear. Then that's what I deciphered.
Okay.
I think.
Is it a curse because she keeps getting hurt?
I don't know. She doesn't talk about it much. She just cries a lot. Like a lot. It's really kind of pathetic, really.
Oh, I'm gonna shrug at that comment.
But,
I'm gonna glare at that comment.
yeah, I don't know. It's like... I don't know how to say it other than it feels like something's... Cause I've been here the second longest. The redskin perfect maiden. I don't, whatever her name. I literally could not care less. She's been around a while, but we get a feeling when someone new's coming, like a loose feeling. We're pretty sure someone new's gonna show up any day now, really. But it feels like something else is there. Something different. More souls attached, maybe. But it's not like it's from the bag. It's like it's growing in her.
I sense it. That was said as a whisper. So, is she okay to continue? Is she okay to continue walking?
What do you think, stupid? You want to start walking? Lila will shake her head.
What if Darren
She's good.
cares?
Why did we?
Oh, she's good. Okay.
What's-
I was gonna say I didn't know you shook your head the first time
She shakes her head no, and
Okay.
then Snuffle says, "Yeah, she's good."
Okay.
Yeah, Snuffles is the. That's why I'm wondering, why did we request the asshole? We
Yeah,
could have
Ian.
requested it. I would have rather Wuppo been the one we're trying to talk to right now.
because he's
realized-
more likely to be truthful about everything. Because
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Because I've realized one thing about Snuffles: he's a jackass, but he doesn't lie.
Look at Darian.
Someone notices.
I will
More
look at
worried about
Darian and be like, "Would you care to carry her?"
If she agrees to it.
We look at it. I look at Layla. Well, at the. Yeah. Look in their
Okay.
direction. I look
I'll
in their
nod.
direction.
I'll nod.
Not no or yes?
No, I'll nod. No. Shaking head means no. Nodding means yes. What the?
I don't know, man.
All right.
I don't know if the
No.
puppet. I don't know if the puppet's nodding or
I
Layla's nodding.
always specify who's nodding.
Okay.
feel
well,
like-
you. Okay.
I feel
That's
like
fair.
I'm
Jelly's
very
still.
careful about it specifying with gestures.
Okay.
All right, backpack time.
I feel like Jelly's still celebrating last month's holiday.
What? What?
Not yet. He's talking about 420.
No.
Anyways.
I was gonna say April Fool's Day, even though I knew what you meant.
I was hoping so, to be honest, because you're the one that would.
I told you I gave it up. I haven't touched it.
I'm messing with you, because.
Alright.
Alright.
Backpack time.
And
Backpack.
I will allow myself to be backpacked.
Alright.
Back.
Eventually, after like another 2 or 3 minutes, I will start talking on my own.
Mhm.
I put Snuffles away for his nap.
It works. It works.
We gotta
Yep.
maintain scene consistency.
Of course.
More like a piggyback ride now, but it
Oh,
works.
If we're gonna walk, I stand in the back. If we ever walk anywhere, I stand in the back. Darian leads us. Just,
Okay.
you know, I always cover the rear.
Y'all
I
heard it.
stand
Darren
beside
leads
Lila.
us. You all heard it.
I didn't say you're. I didn't say you're a leader.
You
I
said
said
it. It's
you're
too late.
leading us. I just like to protect the back.
Darian, your point.
Your point. There you go.
No, I lead this.
You're the.
So
Alright,
so
anyway.
while we're walking, Jay, I'm just gonna keep thinking in my head. Lila, are you okay? Lila, are you okay? Lila, are you okay? Over and over and over and over.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Alright.
Just got an idea for a really good song.
And I'm just gonna focus. I'm gonna focus.
He
and
senses
try to
this
recall the same feeling I
inspiration
got.
coming through to you.
It goes, Lila, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Lila?
So I'm gonna remember the cake scene where everybody got cake, and I heard
Oh,
something.
I remember the cake scene.
I'm gonna focus on that same feeling and just keep thinking, Lila, are you okay? Lila, are you okay?
Give me a charisma check. Lila, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Yikes.
Do it. Oh my god.
Oh
Do
no.
not. Do
Darian.
that. It's alright. His brother showed up.
Alright, 15.
Oh, 15.
19.
Oh no. Oh,
Um,
no.
What you feel, Lila, as much as he might be doing it very roughly, as he doesn't necessarily know what the fuck he's doing, and he's just testing things out. What comes through is the intent, and not the rough edges of what it is that the execution of this attempt at comforting is, but what he actually intended it to be. As
So the concern got through.
you feel his concern, at the same time that you feel that
I
you
was
that
Annoying
heat,
concern.
no, that heat that you have been feeling this entire time gets slightly less, and you start feeling a more comforting heat, almost like a fireplace, and you start reminiscing about the time you guys were at the tavern, and you start hearing the hustle and bustle of the morning days within that town, and just enjoying your times before you went to the library. And it is somewhat comforting, although your mind is on many different places at this moment. It's still comforting to feel it, and you're unsure whether it comes from you or if it comes from Utui. You definitely sense his presence, but his presence has always been there since the two of you bonded. So it's very amorphous, but the feeling is there. As you all continue walking, and you eventually, of course, find your way to the Red Brazier room, along with...
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I
Go
do
on.
still have a bit of a scene to work on here.
Go on.
But that's good to know, because that's probably about the time that I'm going to start talking. As Darian was backpacking me, I was probably more or less just letting him do the lifting, like pretty much just a ragdoll there. But at some point, maybe like 2 minutes before I start talking, I'm going to start holding on tighter and tighter, like I'm hanging on for dear life. I'll just simply start speaking. I'll say, I'm not trying to hide anything. I don't know anything that would help. I don't think. There are things that I can't talk about right now. I can't. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize to me. Talk about them when you're ready.
I'm not just saying this to Darian. I'm just saying this out
Oh.
loud for anyone to hear. I'm not like whispering in your ear. But I appreciate your sentiment. I'll say, I just want him to leave me alone. Who grabs someone off the street when they're just going to the store to get some cake? Who does that? That's not fair. I didn't ask for this. What? I try to do something good with the situations I'm put in. He still can't just let me live my life? I know it's not his fault. I don't know how to say that. Every bad person thinks they're doing the right thing. That or something's twisted them, something's broken them, there's something that can break anyone, and he's broken too. That's not his fault. I want him to be okay. kind of dig my nails in a little bit and say, I also want him to wreck his stupid cart, survive, and then on the way back from the doctor's trip on a pebble and crack his skull.
You have all
I
now
raised an
passed.
eyebrow.
You have all now passed through the red brazier room, and as she talks,
I can help with the cracking skull part.
No.
and things get a little more intense. You can hear the slow crackling of the fire atop the brazier, and it gets slightly more intense.
Just lashing out because I'm angry. I think it's hard not to be angry. I could be home right now, eating dinner with my parents. I didn't have a lot of friends back home. I could be reading, learning. Not have a bunch of souls, puppets, bound to me in whatever this is. He's ruined everything for me. Everything. Just some experiment. Just some one-off thing because... Why me? I can't help you stop it. I don't know how. I'm sorry.
It's around this time that you all find yourselves, having gone relatively far away from the Red Bridger Hall, and continued on forward. You see, you have spread out a bit more so that you can see a bit further and actually see the walls. And you see each one of you on each side. You see doors, one on the left and one on the right, and the corridor continues on forward.
I'm gonna crack a book and say, what's left other than to go the right way? And I start going to the right.
I don't know. I feel like left's always the right way. And then I'll head left.
Alright. Both of you make me... Well, I'll first describe it. Patui. It's funny that you decided to go to the right. What you see in front of you is the last thing that you expected to see in this place. You see an entire door that seems to be encrusted with various different green inlays and engravings. And you see coming out of the cracks of the door itself small vines that seems to curl around the wall and the door itself, and tiny leaves that grow from them. You look onto the ground and you see a very, very small, but yet still there, patch of grass coming from underneath the door. Vile, going to the door on the left, you see that the door is inlaid and engraved with purple engravings. And in this one, you see the usual gibberish that you see on the braziers in the same pattern, the same way that they are usually constituted. This door seems to have, as you look at it, they seem to be very specific and well-purposed cracks that were made in that specific pattern, almost as if they are taking over the door, and encompassing it, but not quite completely enveloping the door. Just purple and violet curling around.
I'll walk up to the door and I'll put my hand on it, slowly kind of slide down it, take a few steps back, have a running start, and then try to kick open the door.
Firstly, as you put your hand on the door, you already sense the presence that the braziers give off, which is strange, as you do not see the brazier itself. I would say that with having already done 2 braziers, you definitely sense that this is the start. As you put your hand to the brazier, you feel that slight warmth, and you feel your hand dig in and create an indentation onto the door itself. Almost as if it's already asking you if you're ready for the trial.
I say let's go.
I take a few steps back and then I try to kick open the door.
I'm still riding Darian's back. What's Darian doing?
Well, am I good?
Yeah.
I'm gonna step aside because he went first.
Mm.
But as I'm carrying around, I'm gonna look back and say, "At least you're lighter than the stone."
I hope so.
It's one thing I'm good for.
You're not even going to be able to make a check as you attempt to kick in the door. You fully expect it to, open, as you're an expert in these kinds of things. But
Hell yeah.
you just didn't even budge.
I will grab my knee and look towards the group and say, ow.
Guys, I might have something.
We don't want to see your staff or
I
its
will-
special tip.
I'll reach for the doorknob this time and just kind of jiggle it. Try to open the door.
There is no doorknob.
I mean, I reach for the area where that doorknob's supposed to be and go,
Yep,
there's
grab
no
a whole lot of
doorknob.
nothing. Yeah.
So I grab a whole lot of nothing and go, okay guys, there's no doorknob.
Zad just goes, "Buh."
There's no doorknob.
There's no doorknob?
Intense camera
How are we
angles.
gonna get in?
I think we all just have to put our hands on this door.
I'm just gonna yell back to the group, guys, I got something really big here.
I don't want to see your special staff.
I'll look towards them, I guess, but I'm not gonna go over there.
I bet he has his pants
You
down.
can't see
Watch
him.
out.
He's all the way on the other side of the hall.
Oh, I'll say, come to this one. Oh, this is the next step we have to go. We'll go over there after.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look back at Lila, smirk. And I thought you were the child.
I'm gonna bend down and try to pick up some of the grass.
Your grass.
Mm-hmm.
So Patui wants to try something, guys. He keeps asking us to look at something he's got big.
You pick up some of the grass and it's grass. It's still baffling considering the experiments you've made before, but it's actual grass.
I'm gonna hold it in my hand and walk to the closest person.
Okay. I'm assuming the closest person would be all 3 of Lila, Darian, and Zad. All 3 of them are in the middle. So you walk up to them, and by the time you get to them, there's nothing in your hands.
Just under frustration. Are you fucking serious? I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna walk right back to the door.
Mm-hmm. walk right back to the door.
I'm gonna pull up some more grass.
How does Patui feel now that he's gotten to touch grass?
You
And I'm picking up some more grass. I'm gonna walk back to the group.
Same thing happens.
All right, guys. If you don't believe, you can believe me or not, but there's grass over here. Every time I pick it up and bring it back, it just disappears. There's grass.
Right.
I will run back to the group.
I like to think that Zad notices everything that's going on and is just laughing his ass off watching Patui figure it out.
I think Lila might genuinely be trying to nap.
Yes.
Crying
Maybe
is
close,
exhausting.
sister.
Big, soft Darien muscles. Very easy to fall asleep on.
Let's go.
If Vile's walking back, I'm gonna look over to Vile with excitement in my face. There's grass.
There's no doorknob, and then I'll reach out my hand.
And try to grab the doorknob again.
No, I'm with you guys now, so I'm showing you guys there's no doorknob because he's showing us that there's grass, but there's no grass in his hand.
Over there. I keep trying to bring it back.
Yeah, I brought back the doorknob, and then I'll just reach out my hand.
But you know what? You go to my door and I'll go to yours, and we'll see who's being honest here.
Okay, and then like as I'm watching Patui start heading towards the door, I'll look at the group and go, "Let's go towards my door."
And I follow Vile towards his door.
Alright, you all go to the door and you see it.
I'm gonna follow Vile as well.
Alright.
With Lila in tow.
Because it's
Life
funny.
in tow? Oh no.
As I get closer, do I see a door handle on the door?
You do not see a doorknob, but you do see the door as I have described it.
I'll point at my door. See?
I was going to say, this is the part where he turns around and sees all of us right behind him.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Alright, well, this door has no handle now. It's time to go see mine. And I'll walk past everybody.
But I want to see what's inside since we're already here.
No. You never had a door handle. Now it's time to see my grass.
I believe there's grass.
God.
We should see what's in this door.
I'm gonna look back. I have been dragged through this dungeon this entire time with no sense of grass, no sense of life, other than I see grass. I want grass.
You just said you got to touch grass.
As he's saying that, I will slowly turn and glare at him, like with this deep, like dagger eyes, and just go, "We've also saved you multiple times through this dungeon because you decided to do your own thing, and every time you decide to do your own thing, we always have to go back and retrack and save you. How about for once we just go through the door?" And then I'll point at the door slowly.
Okay, but just keep in mind, I say
Use the pebbles.
And
Oh yeah, and then I'll pull out a pebble and then I'll just toss it at him.
I'd also like to point out that you just said you got to touch and see the grass.
that's why I said up until this point I've been dragged around the dungeon.
Technically, we've been dragged. And I'll point at myself with my thumb. And then I'll pull out another pebble and then like look at you with dagger eyes and like kind of shake it like an Italian person, like they're Italian. But with the pebble and just go, "Don't make me use this."
Don't make me use the pebble. You suddenly feel a something grab you by the wrist, Vile, and kind of pull your hand up into a position to throw the pebble.
Oh no.
And how do you suppose to open your doorless, your handleless door?
I don't know. I'll put our hands on it.
So you get on me about touching doors that you guys were afraid to touch earlier, but now you want me to touch a door?
Patui,
Because we're doing this as a group.
Sorry?
Say that again. What'd you say, Darian?
Stand on this one.
Oh.
What?
Darian, you said my name.
Oh, he disconnected.
Yeah, Kulu's just DC'd, bro.
Technical issues.
Anything? Hello?
Oh, there it is.
Hello.
Oh,
We hear you now.
What I said. Oh, there it went. What I said was, Patui, I don't think you have a leg to stand on this one. But also, I'll do whatever gets everybody to shut the hell up.
He wants us to go look at grass. I've seen grass.
I've seen grass too.
Have you seen grass in this dungeon?
I'll never tell.
You see some grass, you see all the grass. What's your point?
Seen grass once, I've seen grass.
I'm gonna use Druidcraft to sprout some of the seeds in my hand. And
Yes, remember,
die.
things die.
But this is living grass.
But isn't this door like the same color as the trial we're looking for?
I don't know, I'm only singing grays.
Well, I can't help you there. But I believe it was...
You do know that your door has a doorknob.
Yeah, my door has a doorknob.
I'll say that
Yeah,
much.
but this is the next color we have to do. And then as I'm pointing at the door, I'll take like a couple steps and then put my hand on the door.
But... Okay.
I'm just gonna say, let's see if it opens, and I'm gonna give it a kick.
This one? The
Or he just kicked?
the violet one?
The trial just
Yeah,
kicked.
the violet one that's got no door handle on it. I'm gonna say, let's see if it opens, and I'm gonna give it a real hard kick.
He didn't see it. He was on the other side.
Hold
He
on.
didn't see it.
Jay, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. When he goes to kick it, I'm also going to telekinetically push him into the kick.
Okay.
Helping me with the kick?
Yeah.
Yes,
Helping,
technically I'm helping
breaking
the
your
kick.
leg. You know, same thing.
As I'm watching him do this, I'm gonna take my hand off and kind of take a step back to watch it happen.
I'm not saying that I'm doing that, by the way. I'm just kind of throwing a telekinetic push behind you as I realize you're about to try and kick it.
Do I get advantage for that? I don't know.
You do not get to roll, as this. There's a very specific reason for this. So you attempt to kick the door.
I'm sorry, I don't...
Roll me a d4.
Let chaos reign.
Zed. Zed. Roll me a d4, Zed.
Oh, I'm rolling a d4.
Yes.
Shit. Come on. Is a 2.
2? Okay, Two, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you go a bit too hard onto the door with your leg, and it hurts a lot. You're unsure where the fuck that came from. You didn't think you were going to kick it that hard, but apparently it did.
I'm
but the door
gonna
does not
I'm gonna
budge.
make this face of pain. I'm gonna make this face like as if I got hurt. Grab my knee and go, ooh.
You don't wince at my pain.
Yes.
Well, I guess because I did it earlier, so I know that kind of the feeling.
Yeah, but you didn't get the extra push, although you still don't know. Nobody really knows that happened.
Yep. It just
I
hurts.
know, that's why I'm the only one doing it, going, ooh, because I grabbed my knee.
I think semi-annoyed. I'm just gonna say loud enough that everybody hears it. Useless doors for useless opinions.
Alright,
My door
alright.
has a handle, yours doesn't.
Alright. As recompense of seeing Patui nearly kill himself, let's go check the other door.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Apparently the other door has a handle that makes it
Yeah.
much easier to figure
All
out
we-
if we can open it or not.
Or we can all put our hands on this door and see if it will work instead of trying to kick it.
I put my hand on the door.
I put my hand on the door.
I put my hand on the door.
Put your hand on the door and we can satisfy curiosity at the minimum.
Okay,
I
so
put my middle. I touched the door with my middle finger, pointing it towards Lana.
which door is this?
This is the purple one.
The
Purple
one
one.
we've
Okay.
kicked twice.
Lila, are you
Wait, Lila
conscious?
What's up?
Are you conscious? Have you been able to take the nap? Or do you think the ruckus would have been too much?
Your
I don't
sleep, I have
know.
a solution.
I'm like, I'm trying to mentally recap in my head from my own mental breakdowns how tired I am after they are.
How about you give me a constitution saving
Give
throw
you
or
a
something, or a constitution
saving
check. And
Make my
we'll
life
see.
easy.
Yeah, make the decision for you. Let the dice decide.
My man with
As
the
sad as
automatic.
the fuck am I? How did I get over here?
But Zad, as you get closer to the door, you do notice the inscribing on the door, as it usually is on the braziers themselves. And this time you can actually read it without casting comprehend languages.
Yay, words.
14, I'd say you're pretty awake. Even more with the ruckus. Yeah, you're awake.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm still
so,
trying to fall asleep, but I'm acting like I'm asleep.
Alright.
uh,
So,
I'll make like a look towards Darian and then like kind of nod, like not nod, but like I guess kind of gesture as a nod or whatever, like kind of pointing with my head to point at Lila and just be like, basically
Here.
saying like wake her up or
here, let's make this easy, and I'll use my invisible mage hand to just take her hand and put it against the door.
yeah, but I feel like she.
I
needs
am
to
going
do
to
it.
resist that.
I think I'm gonna smack Zad's hand and say she didn't consent, did she?
It's not a real hand and you can't see it.
Yeah, he's
can
using
still
mage
feel
hand,
it.
but she can feel it, yes.
She can feel it, but
yeah.
Patui, there's nothing.
I'll
to
look at
smack.
you with.
Assault.
I'll look with
You
you
would have
with
just
disgust.
smacked Lila.
I'll
All
look
I'm
at
saying-
you with disgust and then like shake my head no, like.
The
Alright.
new mage hand, don't you have to do somatic components?
Nope, it's a part of the telekinetic feat. I do not have to do somatic or material components.
Oh, okay, fair point.
Alright.
So is she gonna put
It's
her
complete-
hand on the door?
No, she refused.
Yeah.
She recoiled from the mage hand.
What?
Are you going to read the door?
I'm gonna.
Was that what from Lila?
Yeah.
We're waiting on Lila to put her hand on the door.
Yeah, she said what? She was asking what's going on. What?
Oh,
I believe the idiots would like you to touch this door
Why?
to see if it opens.
we like the feel of it.
Alright, re-describe the door to me, Jay.
Okay, so
No.
the door currently, as it stands, you look at the door and it has purple violetish inlays and engravings upon it, and it seems to have purposeful vines or spikes or cracks that go along the door from the bottom right up to the top left, and it seems to be almost made to encompass the door but not completely. And on the door you see the same thing that Zad does, the engravings that you usually find upon the braziers, and this time you can just read it without casting comprehend languages.
Yeah,
Neat.
I was trying to answer that. Would like to read it, but
Yeah. Well, let's just say, oh, that's not a praise. What? So, what, we just found one door and it's got, right? What? I
No.
seem to shake my head a little bit like I'm waking up, trying to understand.
We have found two doors, one to the left, one to the right. The first door apparently has grass. That's the one to the right. The one to the left is the one we believe is the door we have to go through for the next trial, as it glows with the same color as the next color we have to go to.
I do an insight check on Lila.
Or what are you trying to insight?
If Lila is Lila,
What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
your actions aren't usually the same as Lila's actions are, so you might have had a personality slip.
What is that? What?
She sounds
You're getting a
tired.
little sus, bro.
I have no idea what the fuck you're
Damn.
talking about.
He called for an emergency meeting. Sus, bro.
I think that with your passive insight, you'd be able to tell that she just sounds tired.
Yeah, he doesn't like Sleepy Lila, I believe is the moral of the story.
Damn, that's fucked up.
A little bit.
Well, she's acting like super disassociated from the current events.
Yes.
She's trying to figure out what's going on.
Here's my follow-up. He can have a passive insight of as fucking high as he wants. I have a minimum of 19 on deception. He can't fucking read me.
Sir?
Anyway,
Yeah.
are we
doesn't
trying the
matter.
door or are we going for grass?
Grass sounds like a nice place to nap afterwards.
After we try the door?
Yeah. What's the... I'm
Put your
gonna
hand on it. That's
kinda
all we're trying
wiggle.
to do then.
Put me down.
I put you down.
I feel better.
Well, that was the goal.
So,
Yeah, what's the door say?
alright, there it is. I am going to send it to you, and I'll read it as well. At first, reading it, what comes through is as she now roams with her own, filled with comfort and invigoration by the promise of her duty, in which glory were sure to follow.
One more time for people in back.
Nope, I'm gonna send it, and there's also a second thing. As she now roams with her own, filled with comfort and invigoration by the promise of her duty, in which glory were sure to follow. And staring a bit more into it, you see that the word glory slowly shifts into mistakes. And the words comfort, invigoration, and duty are all written in violet.
He said violet.
You're a genius. That's some great subversion of expectations. Well done.
It's good. It's very good. That is what you see on the door.
Alright.
Sorry, I'm writing.
Yeah, take your time.
Did she touch the door?
Not yet.
Currently just reading.
Well, while she's reading, I'm gonna let go of the door. Seems a little weird to keep hand here while she's.
Jay, I got a question. That fucking drum just floats with me, right?
Yeah, I actually thought to mention this before just as a reminder, but it's good that you brought it up. Yes, the drum has been just floating around and you still have no idea what the fuck that does.
Okay. Cool. I wanted on record that while Darian was carrying me, I was occasionally hitting the drum with my tail subconsciously. Well, it just
All right.
followed me.
Is there anything that would like to be attempted with the drum itself?
No, I'm just making a statement. Very important. I'll figure some shit out with that drum, but right now I've got more shit on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Okay. Let's do this before I can start thinking too much and regret it.
Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? Lila, give me an intelligence check. I should have asked this when you took a short rest.
Okay. Ominous. Damn, my intelligence score is higher than I remember. Just straight
Hell
intelligence?
Yeah.
Alright.
You do this with advantage.
With advantage. Ooh,
Reasons.
fun. Alright, that's pretty good. Roll 1's a 19. Roll 2 is also a 19.
Perfect. Total?
Well, it's 16 plus 3 for total
All right.
19.
Total 19. Okay, so I will explain this, and since it has been a while, since the short rest, I will say that this happened throughout the little piggyback journey, the last little bits of it, as you had spent most of your short rest absent-mindedly playing around with the drum and trying to understand its properties, as you have your own drum, but it definitely does not feel the same.
Also, it doesn't fly.
Yeah. And looking at the drum, inspecting it more, you see it's almost as if now and again you see different images onto the drum, as if the drum itself is trying to tell a story, but it's too fast for you to understand it. And the engravings themselves on the drum seems to shift now and again, and you just decide to stop trying to see it, and instead you decide to try and listen to it and feel it as you start playing with it absent-mindedly, just trying to see if a story is told to you through it, through music in some way, shape, or form. Not necessarily a story comes through, but understanding of the drum itself, what it is for, and you attune to it throughout the short rest. And you have now acquired the drum of quick-witting. As you are attuned to this drum, I have made the drum on DnD Beyond, so I believe you should have access to it from my profile or something along those lines. It is a drum of quick-witting +1.
Let's go. I can just search it in equipment. Add.
Do you need the giant drumstick, sir?
I hit
It does not.
No. Let's see. Drum of quick-witting.
Stinky sword.
No, I was gonna hand him over.
I'm gonna read this for the stream.
Mm-hmm.
The drum floats around waist height of the chosen owner. Twice per long rest, you can use one of your bardic inspiration as a reaction instead of a bonus action. 3 times per short rest, you can cast your bardic spells to the drum of quick-witting, and through its loud resonance, add its magical strength number to the spell's DC. Any spell cast in this form cannot be done subtly. Epic.
There you go. And also, this is just something that I made up because there is no actual name for it. The plus something number of rarity and might of the magical item. There's no name for what that +1 is, so I call it a magical strength number.
Okay.
So that is what that is, the +1. You can add the +1 to your DC.
This is fun because, you know, twice per long rest being able to use your Bardic Inspiration as a reaction is sick, because now I get one of my class features kind of early. I'll be able to do that later anyway, but that's pretty sick. God, I love College of Ethics.
Everybody read what's on the door, by the way.
Yeah, it's in
He's
chat. and
posted it.
everything.
Bro, this dude's thinking about
I mean,
graphs.
as like end character, can everybody read what's on the door?
No, just Zad and Lila. The rest of you see it as gibberish.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. And now you have that. You feel the drum has chosen you, and you're unsure as to what exactly that means, but it may have something to do to your incredible display of natural 20s towards every fucking performance you've made throughout the game so far. So...
Now I'm cursed to start rolling bad. You know what? I wish I had a good way of tracking its charges.
Yeah, I tried to put charges on it, but it only has you can only add one type of charge, and it has 2 different types of charges. So I can add one of them if that was like the 3 times.
How about this? Observe, as I'm a genius.
Go ahead, genius.
Fucking, where's my text tool?
Yes, you, after reading the door, promptly reading it, you all approach it slowly and place your hands upon it.
Bam, I'm a genius.
What did you do?
I've used the text tool to track it over here. Yeah, I'll put my hand on that door.
Fantastic. You all put your hands.
We're
on
waiting
the
on
door.
Patui.
No, he said
Oh
that
my
he
god,
did.
what the fuck?
Who's playing Pokemon Go? Or is that Clash of Clans? One of the 2.
No fucking clue.
Oh, waiting for me to touch the door.
Yeah, you already said that you did.
I also stopped while.
Oh yeah, you stopped.
While
Yeah. So you touched the door.
I'm gonna plant my bare foot on the door. Let's just say it's a waste of time.
We know all about wasting time.
Yes, Jay, I'm touching the door. Oh, he's trying to get.
All right. As you all touch the door, you see the corruption that rises up. The door start to crackle more and more. Let me get the right thingy, and I'll be right with you.
Can I push off the door and fall on my back?
You may in a second.
Okay.
Perhaps. Yeah,
I'll you mute.
the door gets more and more corrupted, and you hear the crackling of it. As you see the bright violet light shine through the cracks, and you see it consume the entire door. It shatters like glass, and it stops midair. All of the tiny pieces, and you all feel yourselves get sucked into the room as the door reforms behind you. And you see in front of you At the very far end of the room, you see the brazier that you expected. And you see two other points of light at the left and right. And each one of them has this long shadow that is abnormal and reaches all the way to you. And both of them converge on the point that you all make. You feel the entirety of the room silent as you hear this little crackling still. And that silence gets maddening. It's almost as if you've already been here for years. And you look at that light and you feel a strength come over you. An ambition to take it. And you see the other two and you want all three of them. You do not see any shades. You do not see yourself being transported into other dimensions. But you look upon each other, and the only thing that you feel is corruption. The ambition to take over, the need to take over, the need to continue on forward, and those that are dragging you down. I am going to need everyone to make me charisma saving throws.
Yay!
Oh man. Should have run away when I had the chance.
You said charisma, yeah?
Yes, charisma saving throws.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Where's my character?
19.
Hey, also
Um,
19.
Also
Darian.
19.
Darian, you have advantage on this, as you have now accepted the focused wrath upon you. Alright, we have two 19s.
12.
3.
Well, 3?
3 people got 19.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Who's missing? Oh, Vile.
It's in that chat.
You were the check, not a saving throw.
Let me see. Oof. You all look onto each other and you feel that corruption inside of you. And the one person that you do not look towards, as they seem to already be walking forward, absent-mindedly,
Flip.
just walking, their eyes gazing at all three of the braziers, unsure as to which one they want to go for. And he continues on walking.
We should probably stop him. Nobody.
Say that one more time.
I said we should probably stop him.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out and grab him.
He's way the fuck up there.
I'm gonna run up and grab him.
Give me a
I-
dexterity check.
Yeah, bro.
Val, give me a dexterity check as well. Sorry. Give me an athletics check, Darian, and Val, this can be acrobatics or athletics. It's your choice.
Oh, okay.
$15. All right.
I choose athletics, so it's 5 plus 3.
That's an 8. Okay. Darian manages to catch up to you, and he now has you on his hands. But all that you can think of is these braziers, all 3 of them, your eyes keep going left, right, in front. Barely even care that you're being held. And all 3 of you see the flames from the braziers on the sides starts to rise up and meet all the way into the center, right above Vile. And from Violet's himself, you see violet flames coalescing at his feet as he turns back to you all with a grin, and his eyes flash with violet light as you see a supernatural hunger be buried deep within him. He opens his mouth as if to speak, and you see violet light shining from the back of his throat. And it's foreboding. It's intense and imposing. And you feel as if holding on to him, Darian, it's almost as if he's not even trying to escape your grasp anymore. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session. As we're going to enter this trial next time.
Violet control.
Alright, chat. We'll see you in June.
Good.
Whoop whoop. June session, let's go.
Isn't that like our 1 year, 2 year?
July 17th was the first session.
Oh, Jesus, we've been doing this for a year.
Almost.
10 months. Almost.
There should not be any more interruptions, but I'm not going to put that expectation on myself or anyone. But hopefully next week we can continue this.
I'm gonna need my annual salary on the July.
No problem. As soon as I get mine. But yes. We'll pick this up next time. I'll have a talk with you, Rev, along this week about what this means, and it'll be interesting.
If I have to fight everyone, oh my god, it is gonna be so intense. I will go. Just so you guys know, I will not be going easy. Like, I will do my hardest to beat all of you. I will roll and roll. I have to just. I have to play the part. You know what I mean? But I will. Oh man.
Get ready to roll with disadvantage because you're gonna get mocked.
I figured we'd just sleep him.
I've been ignoring you guys pretty a lot, so I kind of have that advantage of just ignoring you guys when you guys start to talk to me that way.
That's
personed.
magically mocked. Alright, I'm going to end stream, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, stream. Hey everyone. Thank you everyone for staying around. Otaku Journal. Hello, my fellow Dice Goblin. It is very nice to see new people, and I appreciate the follow most. It is very kind of you. This is an intense moment that we're going to be having next session, but I am very appreciative of everyone that came around for the stream, and for everyone that stayed, as I see that there's a lot of people in chat, but I'm not gonna call you guys out. I'm gonna leave you guys to your own devices. But yeah, hopefully we'll pick this up next time. But as for now, let me stop recording. As for everyone that will be watching this on YouTube, also everyone that came today, let me just put all my shit out there. I usually make just now I'm realizing that the word sex is written in my Discord link invitation. That's great. Yeah, that's appropriate. That's what I'm here for. Catch up with my OnlyFans. No. I'm horrible at this. You can join the Discord if you wish to have more interactions with the people that are playing here and everyone in the community that I'm trying to build. And that is also where I tend to put the announcements as to when the next sessions will be. That way you can keep up in touch more often with what is going on. And what else? Oh yeah, I post all of these sessions on YouTube because Twitch's online player is atrocious at the very least, right? But everyone that is watching on YouTube, thank you everyone for watching. Please do subscribe, like all that shit. I just hope everyone enjoyed the session. But yeah, this is where I'll leave things for today, and I appreciate everyone for appreciate Sen for the biddies, and for Otaku Journal for the follows, and I appreciate everyone for staying, and the clip always great, and the gifted sub, and yeah. But as for right now, yeah, good night, Ace, and everyone else that is in chat. Yeah, I am going to end this here, and I will hopefully see you all further along in this pilgrimage of ours. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Bye bye.